All right, Hudale here, Stripes and Coffee. It's coming at you from my vehicle. Just stepped out this morning before the game and thought it is nice and quiet in here. I don't got the kids running around or whatever. Since it's afternoon, I don't get to shoot this in the morning, so thought this might be a good opportunity to shoot this video in a relative peace. So, quick recap last week. We took it to the Titans. Uh, tough defense, and it was a little bit slow going, but we managed to come through in the end for sure. And kicked three on that last drive, and they maybe would have had a shot to come and tie it up or possibly win it or whatever. But a boneheaded mistake on their part gave them a penalty, took the three off the board, but that didn't matter because we were able to kneel it out at that point because they burnt all their timeouts. And we won that game. Then everybody was saying we're not going to win that game. They're going to, well, we're a nice little story, whatever. And that's what they said, last year. A lot of luck, neat little story. But they don't really think we're quite that team yet. I think some people think we're explosive and a lot of fun, but we're just not that team. And a lot of people had picked us to lose that game. But our defense stepped up in a huge way. King Henry had like 2.2 yards per carry. He had that one big play. They popped one. And that almost was disastrous for him. Cam Taylor-Britt popped that thing out. That was an amazing play. And it kind of bounced backwards, and Jesse Bates couldn't really stop on a freaking dime and jump backwards and get that thing. A lot of people kind of gave him some shit for that, but there's no way he was getting that ball when whoever it was in the Titans that recovered it was running at full speed behind it. And, so they still get the touchdown, but they really were just two big plays. Other than that, the defense was excellent. And the offense, we had to figure some things out, but we efficiently moved the ball there towards the end and, made some big plays when we needed to, and really big win. So now we move into Kansas City Chiefs. We got them this week, big game. We've kind of had their number the last couple games, and I know they're really, really wanting to beat us up. I think some of their players are trying not to make it a big deal, but others are really squawking. Kind of, just I don't know. I think we're in their heads a little bit. So they've got a rebuilt secondary. I don't know that it's performing necessarily better, but there's some new players out there. Maybe, they'll be able to defend us a little bit, but we're getting chased back. No Mixon. It doesn't look like that really hurts. I don't care what anybody says. Samaje Perine has stepped in great. Could this offense run with him as the number one back if, we need to? Yeah, we've shown that we can do that, but we're a better team when Mixon's out there. I don't care what anybody says. But that's just not going to be the case. It looks like he's still going to be in concussion protocol. They got a good front, but our offensive line's been doing better. Chris Jones is, one of the best interior defensive linemen this year. He's been doing great, so we got our work cut out for us. But this offensive line has been getting better and better. And Joey B doesn't need them to be excellent. We see what he can do. He can wheel and deal and, bob and weave and, float around the pocket and make things happen. We just need them to be competent, above average, the top half of the league, maybe close to that top 10 would be really good. But just get him in that top half and not like that near bottom offensive line that we had last year, if not dead last. And we've got some great weapons. The Mahommes is going to Mahommes, and of course, they got Andy Reid, great coach. Kelsey's their only big weapon, and they're just kind of wheeling and dealing out to a lot of different players that aren't necessarily studs, but quality receivers, and Mahommes is just finding the guys and getting it done. They've not been as explosive through the air this year, but that hasn't mattered. They've had this awesome, sustainable offense. So this one very well could go toe-to-toe in a shootout type of game. We are underdogs at home, so that says a little bit, but it's a small underdog. I think we got -1.5, so it's like less than a field goal. So I think they look at them as slightly a better team because usually they give like a small edge to the home team, if it's kind of a wash. So I think they're just looking at them as the better team. And, it's hard to deny that they're not necessarily the better team, but I'll put it this way. I'm not afraid of them. I know that this Bengals team can stand up to any team, and they can beat any team. Even the Chiefs, even as good as they're supposed to be, even with Mahommes with the MVP season he's had. Well, Joe Burrow's having a goddamn good season himself. Maybe he wins this game, has a great game, and he's looked at as maybe an MVP. It very well could happen this game. So I really don't want to rattle off too much about this one, man. I really just want to get this posted and get ready for this game, and it's going to be an exciting one, the biggest one of the season so far. This isn't a must win. I think, bottom line, we really just need to compete to show that we can contend. This isn't a must win, but right now the Ravens are losing to Denver. Lamar Jackson got hurt, wasn't looking great as it was, but they are losing to Denver. So they could slide and we could jump ahead of them with this win and be in first place in NFC North, or AFC North rather, which it should be. We're the best team in the AFC North. I don't care. It's just we didn't play great early on. When the Ravens are still a good team, and they got a really easy schedule, so they could come away as the AFC North champions. And we're the better team, so I really hope to see us. I really hope they don't get a playoff spot. I think there's better teams that would be more exciting and fun to have out there right now. I mean, maybe they can start playing better and be a fun team in the playoffs, but I don't know. I think they look like hot garbage right now, and just, who wants to see that, So, at any rate, let's go get this win from the Chiefs, maybe jump in the lead of the AFC North, and prove to the whole league, we're still the AFC champs. We're still the defending AFC champs. We made it to the Super Bowl last year. We are contenders. We are for real. We are not going anywhere. So, Hoodale out, Stripes Coffee out. Let's go get this win.